Alrighty guys, so we're back. I'm gonna try to do this thing a little bit quick because I got some other parts coming in for this guy. So we're gonna try to do this semi-fast. Alrighty, so for this one, you're gonna need a 10mm for these bolts here. But before anything, we're gonna have to take off the spark plugs and coils one more time. So yeah, let's get it. Alrighty, so again, remember, disconnect the negative if you want to. If not, make sure your key is far away somewhere. And let's get into it. Man, these things are tight. Whoever put them on last time really tightened them. It's tight, gang. Alright, I got that set up. Really, it doesn't matter what order you go in. Because in this case, we're going to be taking off the entire valve cover. So it's no biggie. If it helps, you can take a reference photo, but what I like to do is just remember that cylinder 1 reaches all the way over here. But feel free to take a reference photo. Alrighty. Cut that off. Please come off. Okay, cool. It's a pain having to do these things again, but it's whatever. Please come out. That is stuck. Alrighty, guys. I'll be back. Anyways, I gotta get the tools to take off the spark plug. These are stuck, chat. Sheesh. It's always helpful to have a magnet tray with you, but thankfully this guy's magnetic, so we're good. You can hear my pet crows in the background going crazy. Damn, my fingers actually got hurt from that one. Alright. So yeah, for this one, you'll need a 10mm to take off the bolts around it. You'll need a gasket maker to put some on for the new gasket. Alrighty, so with that off, let's go ahead and actually start removing this guy. Alright, take out these coils. Alright. So that was cylinder 4. I'm just gonna remember that. Mental note. Okay. No brakes, guys. Let's get this. Alright. So I'm gonna start by removing these hoses. I'm gonna go get a flat screwdriver. I'll be right back. So these tight hoses here, they're a pain. Just gonna try to work with it. thing hardline? It should just snap off like that. I think it's brittle. I don't want to break it. Maybe it's easier to come off from here. No, it's the same thing there. Well, then, I'm just going to take it off from here somehow. I want to see if I can. Let's try to work around this hose. I highly doubt we'll be able to, but it's worth a shot. Just because this thing is brittle. That's like on the verge of snapping. So we'll start with this one. Take this one off. This one's being dead.
No, actually it's not.
Yeah, those are surrounding shop guys. As I said, this is an active shop, so it's not just me here. I've got other shops around me. Alright. I'm just gonna push this thing. I know this hose is not on there, so why don't you come out? Might leak some fluid, so just be ready for that. Alright, thankfully nothing came out. Perfect. Alright, we're just gonna try to work around this hose here. Start by removing the valve cover. I believe it's 6 bolts, 3 in front, 3 in back. There's really no direction to these. If you want, you can work in a crisscross pattern, but really it doesn't do anything. So when these bolts are like special or anything, I like to keep them in my pocket just so I can remember that they go on the what are these? The ignition cord. Alright. Try to lean over here. So my initial plan was to take off the valve cover and go get it painted, but the boy who was gonna paint it for me got hurt due to the fires, so poor guy. Alright. So part of being a mechanic is having short-term memory loss. In my mind, I already took off the spark plugs, but they're still in there. So we gotta take those off. See, it's part of being a mechanic. Short-term memory loss. Alright. Get these things out. They're not too oily, but still. Alright, I'm gonna go put these guys away somewhere. I'll be right back. The thing is, this valve cover is like super easy to work on this Corvette. There's some like the V6. Oh yeah, look, there it is. Again with the oil. We're gonna resolve that issue today. So yeah guys, we're gonna try to do this a little bit faster just because I got some parts coming in. So let's spark plugs want to work with me, I appreciate that. Any questions or comments, guys, feel free to let me know. Any questions you have or any concerns. If you also have an Eclipse, let me know. Let me know if you have any questions about that. Alright, so now with the spark plugs actually out this time, we can remove everything else. Take off that tan on that bracket. Alright, now it should gear bolt. It's like a 14. We might not need to take that off. I'll see. Alright. So remove the last one with all the bolts removed. Go ahead and lift it. Try to wiggle it. Doesn't have any more bolts, right? Oh, good. Take this oil cap off just because release some pressure. Just kind of wiggle it out. But yeah, you can hear it kind of cracking. This thing is stuck. I'm gonna try to remove this hose. And I'll be back for that bolt. Is it like 14? No, it's 13. It's actually a 12. Alright, guys. Right back. Alright, guys. So what we're gonna do here, we're just gonna have to chisel it in because yeah, this thing is, there's no opening. So I got my piece of hammer here. I'm saying piece of hammer because it has no handle. It's just literally a piece of hammer. And we're gonna kind of dig in this thing. It's only alright to do this when it's really stuck. Normally other cars will have a way for you to fit in a flat and lift it from there, but this thing is bad, so yeah. Hammer it in, get it flat in there. Nothing. Try to just dig in it as best as you can. Try to get on the edges. These edges have like a little gap. Try to use a small flat. Piece of hammer. Come on. down. I'm almost tempted to try to brute force this thing. We'll give it one good tug. Nothing. These gotta deal with sometimes, you know? Cars will be cars. That's what makes it fun. Snap it. Alright, I'm able to put a little bit in there. There it goes. We got it. There you go, Chad. We got it. Whew. There she goes. And there she is, guys. There she is. Alright. So, just successfully digging into the valve cover. Comes off like that. Voila. This is the old valve cover. Old valve cover. Set that off to the side. And this is a valve cover gasket. These are where your heads are, along with your fuel injectors and your pistons. All right. What an accomplishment, guys. So I'm gonna put on my gloves and we're gonna scrape off all the excess silicone and peel off the old gasket and all that good stuff. So let me get some gloves. I could only find one glove, so we're gonna rock with one glove. All right. So we have this thing off, and yeah, let's get it. So these, I mean, you could do them either last or just pluck them off whenever you want, but those aren't too big of a deal. What really matters is this thing, and I got cut pretty bad, so that's what the Band-Aid's about. So, depending on how stuck this thing is, you can either pull it off just with your hand, or you might need to dig in it with a knife, but we'll see. Oh yeah, no, whoever did it last did a pretty good job, because that silicone is on there. Yeah, that silicone's on there good. Oh, there you go. Try to get it all in one piece. You don't want anything to cut. Let's see what it's getting in here. You don't want any of the gasket to cut, because that's when you have issues. The gasket was alright. I wonder why it was leaking. Oh, never mind. Look. See, the gasket gets brittle when it's old, it gets brittle and it doesn't have that much elasticity anymore, so it loses its elasticness, gets brittle, and it cracks. And that's how you get oily valve covers. I mean, oily spark plugs. Yeah, this thing was bad. So with a blade, just go around and clean the excess silicone and get ready to install a new one. All right, get a blade, go around and cut yourself. Now go around and clean it. Can't let the intrusive thoughts win. Can't let the intrusive thoughts win. I should not be holding this blade. The voices, chat the voices. So, all right. Clean around with a rag. Get it? 100 subs and I'll cut myself. So go around and just clean it. Try your best to not get any debris in here. Don't use a shop towel just because it leaves a little bit of a towel, like fur or towel dust. I'm doing this because it's my car, so I really don't mind. But if it was like a customer's car, you want to use one that doesn't really leave any hair or any of this like fuzz. But it's my car. If it was a customer's car, I would use like a microfiber or something. Alright, so thankfully there's not much silicone residue, but you still gotta clean it because if not, that's what causes leaks. So clean it off. This is the most time-consuming part, so I'll probably do you all a favor and just speed it up. But this is the part that you do want to take your time on, because if not, you'll end up with leaks. And you'll do all that for nothing. So this back part, I'm going insane, John. I'm hearing voices. Alright. Could have sworn I heard someone call my name. Is this thing cracked? Is this a crack? What is this? I can't figure out if this is like... Okay, so it's for sure not a crack. Oh, bruh, it was just dust. Bruh moment. Probably comes off with a rag now. Okay, it does not come off with a rag. But take your time on this. It's pretty satisfying, looking. Therapeutic. Take your time. Chill. Clean inside these little holes here. Alright. Now that it looks decently clean, 100 subs and I'll cut myself. So let me get the blade away before I let the intrusive thoughts win. Go ahead, wipe away all the oil, wipe away all the debris. Uh-oh, ring kind of fell in here. Hold on. Yeah, I'm lucky just gonna take these rings off. These are just seals. This is where your spark plug would be. So go ahead, clean around a little bit. Doesn't have to be anything too crazy, but still clean around. I think my cylinder 3 is bad because cylinder 3 might be bad. If I get a misfire for cylinder 3, I'll know what it is. Clean off the little cylinders. And then now you can just easily pluck off these rings. No issue to it. Not much trouble, pretty easy. Okay, these are the old ones. Out with the old. In with the new. You guys see that? In with the new. Alright. So this one, you might think it just goes on here with like silicone or whatever, but it doesn't. Actually, that blue thing, that gasket, goes on here. See those grooves? You align it, and then you put the silicone on this. Not too much though. It's kind of like glue. Dab, dab, not a lot. I'm gonna go wash this. Actually, I'll bring it over so you guys can see. So I got a bucket to clean it, but before anything, something you want to do, never leave it exposed. Just go ahead and put like a rag over it. Just something to cover your intake. People gonna know it. So yeah, that was my bad. Just cover it. There you go. So over here. All right. So now I got y'all down here. My knees are bad, so I'm gonna get a cushion. Down here. I'm just gonna get this valve cover. put it like on a stand or something. Got some parts wash. You don't want to go too crazy on it, because if any of this parts wash goes in your block, you'll have issues. Just give it a light spray. I know that was a lot. And then you get like a semi-clean rag. You don't want to use too dirty. Dump all the parts wash in there. We'll clean the top of the cylinder right now. I mean the valve cover right now. Alright. Again with the blade, you want to go in here and clean out the excess. Just that. Alright. Get a blade. Go in here. Get all the excess gunk. Sorry guys, thought I heard a customer. See? Like I said, it is a live shop, so if you hear me talking to someone, sorry about that. Hold on guys, I'll be right back. This is an actual customer. Alright guys, so we're back. I cleaned off this thing inside. Check it off one more time. Cleaned off the top. It looked worse, I promise. But I cleaned it off. Now I'm gonna get the gasket. Picking up things to the side. Okay, so now here comes the fun part. You want to get this gasket kind of fitted around. Fit it in all these little indentations. So just kind of mess with it. Of course, I was putting it in backwards. Alright. Or is this the other side? Oh yeah, no, this is the other side. This in, this in, this in, this in. Fit this on. Perfect. So it's on there nice. Let's see, like, this is what the new one looks like. It's on there pretty nice. And what you want to do, you want to apply a little bit of silicone. You could apply it to both the block and the valve cover, but you want to apply a little bit more to the block, because then when you apply it to the valve cover, gasket gets inside and it just makes it harder to peel. So apply it to the edges. It should be fine. Clean it off 100%, because if not, the smallest piece of trash causes it to lift. When it lifts, it leaks. So make sure it's okay. Make you good. So this is a silicone, aka gasket maker. You want to use gray one, or really anyone that says gasket maker, but preferably gray. What do the colors mean? I don't know, don't ask me. But just use gray. No, I'm just kidding. Some are epoxy and some are cement. So you gotta make sure they're material specific. Some are for plastic and metal. You want the one that's for rubber. Get a tiny drop. Apply it in the smallest edge. Apply the tiniest bit. Kind of drag it. And you just apply the tiniest bit just so that the gasket holds in place while you try to put it on. But other than that, just get ready to put it on. Get this little cable out of the way. Doesn't want to play very nice. Get this thing out the way. Oh my. Hold on. I'm gonna have to put this thing over it. This guy's bugging. Stay. Okay. Put a little bit here. Why isn't it sticking? Just kind of drag it across. Slightly put some. Don't put too much, but don't put too little. So So something else you can do, apply sealant maker or gasket maker to the gasket itself. That's also acceptable. But again, whatever you do, you want to put not too much. But this is too little. You also don't want to put too little and cause it lift. So that's why I'm double checking it. I'm putting both on the block and the gasket itself. Anyways, if someone were to change it, you still have to scrape it off anyway, so might as well get that double reinforcement. Alright.
Still recording?
Yeah, so okay. What's up? Oh, no.
Your dad's still on the side.
Okay.
And then Nabrika will be here whenever. If he gets here before I do, which I highly doubt.
I'll just remove it.
Remove, do the work order, write down the device number, the last way to forget.
Not Marcos. Alright guys, so here comes the fun part. Putting it back on and making sure it doesn't move. Alright guys, so we got it back on. When you put it back, don't forget to put these on. Of course, this is the old one, but the new one's on there already. But just don't forget to put these on. together? Good. Right here, you do want to go in a zigzag pattern. Tighten everything down.
Oh, you guys have to see her. Thank you for helping. I appreciate it. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Put everything back together. I'll be right back. Alright guys, let's finish this up. So after tightening all the bolts, just go ahead and clean any residue. And then go ahead and put back the spark plugs. You can clean them off just so you don't put them back. So just so you don't put dirty spark plugs back in a clean gasket. So I have, thank you. Alright. Get the tool. Switch to the on position. Hand tighten it first. Lock in for this one. Tighten it, but not too much. Check it. Quarter turn. Quarter turn. Look now. Very good. Alright, get the other three. Again, a little bit hand turn. Hand. Take a break. Hands are getting a little tired. Lock in. protect these, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the coil. Make sure this thing snaps in. And then the next one, we're gonna do the radiator. That's good. Put back the cylinder. This sits fine. Hoses. Don't connect anything yet. Just put it in place. Okay. Final spark plug. Turn. Your hand's cramping up. Check it. It's tight. You're good. Alright, guys. Finally. There. There's the electrical connector. Electrical connector is here. morning. This cylinder one does not want to click. Let's see. Why don't you want to? Alright, there it is. Alright. Go ahead. Plug this in. Plug this in. Now you can connect the electrical. Put on the bolts. Check. Make sure everything's connected. Some oil cap back on. Tighten it up. Check. This one's back on. Can't forget to sign on this one. Sorry, I thought that was me. That was my name. Sign this one. Make sure it's nice and tight. Tighten this last hose. There you have it. Valve cover gasket on the Eclipse. Next time, I'll be seeing you guys for the radiator. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.